FC Naruto. Madden NFL 2020.
EA Sports. It's in the game.
Saquon Barkley, let's get it. Let's go. Saquon Barkley. That was nice. Alright, let's get it. Let's go. No, first I pushed up. Right where you stomp. Hey, classic. Shout out to Michael Vick. Probably the World Junior. I'm gonna get back in Aaron Johnson in real life. Top 30%. Just like whatever gonna do his number. I want to get back in Aaron Johnson in real life. Still shoot. See we know well.
This is the NFL on EA Sports as we welcome you to MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the New Orleans Saints.
CBC knows though. But NFL 2020.
When these two teams met in 2015, 101 points were scored. The Giants and Saints are underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard.
I did it because it's just a song for his team, but we're playing anyways. We win anyways. All right, let's go. Let's get it. Let's go.
Set. 60 Pittsburgh. Hey, come on, General West. Ready?
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Let's go deep.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6.
Look, squeeze.
From the gun, it's Manning. It's caught, Shepard. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line.
Nice catch there, Shepard.
And a quick slant gets exactly 10, and by the nose of the football, they've got a 1st down.
Here we go. 10 logo. I'm here all day.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the 2nd half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the 1st half. Maybe not so much in the 2nd half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Check three.
Throwing is Manning on 3rd down. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked off by Von Bell. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the 1st quarter.
Too many ones in this play. 1st quarter, 1st drive, 1st interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Now Breeze. And this is a catch by Ted Ginn. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a pickup of 13.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Ready?
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check. Go.
Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. It's brought in right side by Ginn. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Brent, I think we can see early on they're making a concerted effort to get him the football. So to me, that means they like the matchup that they have. They feel like he's better than the guys that are covering him. 2 plays, 2 passes. We'll see if they go back to that well. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Into the red zone, it's Breeze. Back
of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a third.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had the incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So Breeze is going to stay out there, and they're going to go for this on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Breeze. And that is going to be incomplete.
That's defense.
Decision to go for it backfires. And the Giants are going to get the football back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So
that's when the ball took on Barkley, and that's breaking out of that tackle too.
You believe will be successful? Find your playmakers and give them the football.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Barkley. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
He's not going to get me.
At the 38-yard line.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Ready to roll for the 2nd quarter from MetLife Stadium.
Had to press AL fast from the quarter transition. Now it's in right.
Looking at a 2nd and 5 situation.
Let's go now. 90 Wolf. Check, 47. I'm on.
On 2nd down, Barkley, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense just going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Nice catch. That's what happened last drive too.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
You don't see that a ton, do you? With the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
To throw on 3rd down, Manning. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Now the Pro Bowl kicker, Aldrick Rosas. Last year, he hit one from 57. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And they're going to try for the 4th down conversion. Manning and the offense staying put.
Rock it.
They'll go for it. It's Manning. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack. Though certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on 4th.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great, but the offense, they can't be despondent.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Breeze now to throw. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half.
Ready, 5-9.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
Smith catches left side. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it up.
Cook's got it. Touchdown, Saints.
Touchdown.
Jared Cook there to make the grab as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
On third down, Manning. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
36.
From the gun, it's Breeze. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Not deflection.
He was trying to get it that time to Ted Ginn, but it'll be 2nd down. Well, Charles, if you think so far the early part of the preseason, who has stood out? If you take a peek back at the draft, the first round, it was pretty defensively minded, but there were 3 quarterbacks taken. Kyler Murray first, Daniel Jones 6th, Dwayne Haskins 15th. Of those guys, they've looked pretty good.
I agree with you, Brandon. When you talk about those 3 quarterbacks, and you're right, the rest of the draft, we're talking about big linemen, right? We're talking about defensive players, not a lot of skill players in the first round. But let's take the quarterbacks very quickly. Kyler Murray, by acclamation, went to Arizona. Everyone excited about it. And I think his team remains excited about his prospects. They're eager to see him play. He became the starter as soon as he was drafted. Daniel Jones, that was a different situation in New York. The fans weren't real excited about him coming in, but the reason they drafted him has a similar demeanor and talent to Eli Manning, and he's acquitting himself quite nicely in the early going. And Dwayne Haskins a little more up and down in Washington, but they love the big arm of this guy, and he's back at home. Remember, he grew up in Potomac, Maryland.
Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
95-56, 95-56. Screen, watch the screen.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off.
Nice interception. 36. Perfect.
Stages of the first half.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Slow motion for me.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Defense, y'all playing perfect. Y'all got 2 interceptions in the first half. Offense, y'all got to pick it up.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you...
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Give the sack to Lorenzo.
Nice sack.
That play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. To throw, it's Breeze. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Breeze looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
They run. It's Kamara. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Breeze's throw on target to Cook.
I didn't come back way sooner than that, but all right.
Shy of midfield. 14 yards is the pickup. 1st down, New Orleans.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And here's a throw that's taken in by the tight end Cook. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 10 more there and another 1st down. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 41. Back to the ground. It's Kamara. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 40.
That's a loss. Defense.
6 there on the 1st down play. He was able to escape momentarily in the backfield, but you could just kind of tell that wasn't going anywhere.
You know, in the film session, he'll get a minus for not getting him on the ground by himself. But what the coach is really going to analyze, how fast did his teammates get there to help him? If one guy slows him up, everyone else better be there, and that's when they...
He's got it with the 15. And all the way inside the 15.
I don't think it's the Drew Brees going to run. Defensive line, I can do better than that, but it was still because, you know, y'all weren't getting there. If y'all got there, then I would pay attention to him. But yeah, regardless, I probably should let Drew Brees run in if he was going to.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. And now it's 2nd down. Breeze going to throw. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down.
Nice sacks. That's what I'm talking about, defensive line.
It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Got a man open, it's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas there to make the grab. And the Saints...
Defense are doing good, but safety, who you got on that play? All right.
Lutz with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
They keep it with Barkley on first down, and the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. He's at the 30, past the 20. Touchdown, Giants.
Hey, to American Jerry. Shout out American Jerry. Hey.
Guys are back within a
I'm glad American Jerry back in New Giants in real life too.
So that's a
By the way.
big play here in the fourth quarter. And don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just one score. Aldrick Rosas on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion.
And this will be caught at the 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play. Brees finding Thomas, and even 50 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Brees. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
That's sick.
And they went empty backfield, and because of that, nobody was there to pick up the blitz.
And you know that offenses, when they go with the empty backfield, they have different things designed on every play to try to account for things. But what people often forget, defense is audible as well. And a lot of times when they see an empty backfield, they audible right into a blitzing situation.
To try again after the sack, Brees. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz will look to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Saints 21, Giants 7.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Manning, and this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Working from the gun, Manning. The tight end, Rhett Ellison with it. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Escaping the pressure. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The Giants go on fourth but come up empty. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape.
You ready? Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up second down. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Alec Ogletree in on the stop. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. From the gun on third down, Breeze. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up fourth down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
On fourth down, off goes Drew Brees, and on comes the Saints kicker, Will Lutz, for the field goal attempt. This to make it a 3-score game late. The kick by Lutz is good, and that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Boy, not deterred from those first 2 failed attempts. They're going to go a third time here on fourth down.
It's going to be a long day. Shit.
Manning indeed going for it on 4. Completes it to Ellison to the right side. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Manning now on first down. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. Now the Giants will use the
nice accuracy, Manning.
Timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Manning going to come up on 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now Manning again. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Saquon Barkley, I'm not sure how you do it, but that's everything on that play. Nice catch, nice breaking out the tackle, nice run at the catch. Everything perfect.
When we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, Their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
Throwing again on second down. Manning. Coleman has it here right side. The Giants going to burn their third and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Manning now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. Into the red zone now. Manning to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Manning's pass, incomplete, out of the end zone. It's second down.
Aldrick Rosas now to try the Giants field goal. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And his kick is good. And that will close the gap down to 14. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
28-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Exit. My mate.
Breeze is looking to throw. It's brought in right side by Ginn. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So this one a victory here for New Orleans. And even playing on the road, the class of this ball club just too much to overcome.
Yeah, deep down, I think even the fans knew how this one was going to turn out. All right, they just came to support their team, hoped they'd see some good football, and they did. But they didn't really expect their team to win. In fact, they probably came in and said, let's win the tailgate. Because that's where we have the advantage, and I bet they did that.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we sign off from MetLife Stadium.
Yeah, offense just had to get started up. Get some better passes. I think should be passing Evan Ingram on the slants and verticals. And yeah, Silverback, you play great as always. Always amazing. 4 yards per carry, nice. 21 yards long run today, nice. And yeah, Corey Crum, you had to play great receiver in that 90 yards, 1 catch. Why put you in? 1 touchdown, perfect. I don't want to catch him in 1 touchdown. 62 yards, longest reception of the day, nice. Amazing. Defense actually did play great today too. It's most of the offense thing, 2 targets for loss, nice. 3 sacks. Anytime a team gets that, it's perfect. We did that for 1 game. Anytime a team gets that for 1 game, 3 sacks, that's perfect. And we did that. And 1 interception, I thought we had 2. But all right. So yeah, nice. Defense played perfect. Offense gotta step it up, pick it up. All that type of stuff. Just gotta, do better. Didn't like conversion percentage, horrible. Red zone was great, 1-for-1. But you know, only got that once. But opposition did better hit that, so yeah, that went really bad like that. So yeah, everyone got to get the red zone, so that wasn't even bad either. There's mostly no turnovers. So yeah, CBT Naruto. With that being said, CBT Naruto over now. To the top 20% like Odell Beckham Jr.'s them, and I'm getting back on New York Giants in real life. Alright, still not showing us test. We're alright. Showing the record. We're good. And shout out to NBA 2K 2020 coming out today on September 6, 2019. Today is September 6, 2019. And it's amazing, exciting. And yeah, shout out to that. And shout out to Supergirl Season 5 starting on October 6, 2019. That's gonna be amazing, exciting too, and pretty fresh. So yeah, shout out to that. Now I played 2K 2020 demo. It's pretty nice. They got it really fluid and nice and amazing. It's really great. It's really great. And so yeah, and shout out to Serena Williams match tomorrow in the finals of the 2019 Tennis US Open. She's the best tennis player of all time, male or female. She's out here having fun, and she brought him out, I think, 24 majors, and then like 25 in the 2020 Australian Open. So yeah, shout out to Serena Williams, man. She's the best. She's amazing. And with all that being said, CBC Naruto over now. Yeah, and Serena Williams match yesterday at semifinals. Amazing. Also watched that. That was pretty great. In 2019 Tennis US Open. All right, and looking forward to her finals match tomorrow on September 7th, 2019. And she's the best. And yeah, alright. With all that being said, CBC Naruto over and out.